Hi guys, let we show write a C++ program to compute the full overtime pay possibilities. So here this program is much more useful for accountant programming. So account programming this program is much most useful. So in the object-oriented programming, this type of programs are very much important. So I have write a little bit program that looks very lengthy, but it's very small. So I have to write it, so you have to easily understand that. So here the program is here. So here this is the program. So first I have to explain the step by step. So here this is the hash include iostream.h, that means header file. So every C++ program you must, every object oriented and every programming language you must give the header files. So header files are very important. It is input and output streams. So here hashing iostream.h means input output stream. So in the C++ you have to give seed and cout statements. The type of statements you have to give the iostream.h, and studio.h means stdio.h means std input output.h. So in that io.h means here. So this is the printf and scanf statements, like C language we have to use that. So here this is the main function. So here the main function like this, or int main we have to write it. So here like this here, and here we have to int hours. So hours is integer, so we have to int. So here this is the float. The float point is dt, ht, rp, rate, pay. So here we have to take 5 floating point values. So that is the dt, ht, rp, rate. So here first we have to print that in a output console, that is the how many hours we have worked. So the person how many works, that is we have to enter in the console, that is the house is write it. So now what is the regular hourly play? So hourly pay, that is rp is what is the rate, so we have to print the rate. So now here if hours greater than 50, so hours is greater than 50, that is dt equal to 2.0 into rate into float of hours minus 50. So watch here, this is a very important. So hours greater than 50, that is a dt equal to 2.0 into rate into float of hours minus 50. Now ht equal to 1.5 into rate into 10.0. so that was here, and else dt equal to 0.0, so that means dt is 0.0. then if hours greater than 40, so now ht equal to 1.5 into rate into float of hours minus 40. So here in that above we have to hours greater than 40, and here hours greater than 50 in the hours greater than 40. The rp equal to 40 into rate, we have to use the rp. Now else rp equal to float of hours into rate, so in that we have to here float of hours into rate. Now pay equal to dt plus ht plus rp. So now we have to find the pay of the particular person, that is our dt plus ht plus rp. So this is the complete 3 components of payroll. Now printf, the pay is percentage point 2 of pay, where pay has been returned, so return 0. So here this is the program. This is a very simple and very important program also. So here this time I have to compile run type the program in my turbo C++ IDE, and I have to compile and execute it. So here this is the program, and in that here we have to print type click file. So in the C plus in the C with turbo C, the mouse has not worked, so in that we have to use the mouse like this. So first we have to type the program at here, that is iostream.h studio.h int main hours float dt ht rp rate pay. So we have to give the 5 floating point values, that is cout, how many hours we are worked, we have to print that. Now backslash n. So how many hours we have worked at here, we have to print that. Now cin, we have to type in hours. So now again cout, that is what is the regular hours, hourly play. Now what is the regular hourly pay, we have to print that. Now we have to read that. Now rate now if hours rather than 50. So now watch it carefully here. dt equal to 2.0 into rate into float of hours minus 50. So here this is a very important note point. Watch here, dt equal 2.0 into rate of float of hours minus 50. Now ht equal to 1.5 into rate into 10.0. so now we have to close this. Now again in that else condition, else dt equal to 0.0. so now here else 0.0 dt is at 0.0. now if hours greater than 40, hours greater than 40. so now again we have to ht equal to 1.5 into rate into float of hours minus 40. so here we have to close that. Now here was that in that above we have to type like this. so now here if again hours greater than or equal to 40, rp equal to 40 into rate else again rp equal to float of hours into rate. so here now pay, so finally we have to find the pay. so here we have to find the dt ht rp. so now we have to calculate the pay. now pay equal to dt plus ht plus rp. now here printf the pay is percentage dot 2f comma pay. now here we have written 0. now close that. so here this is the program, and this was a very lengthy program and very important program also. so otherwise I have to type it. so here in this we have to compile this program. so in the C++ ID we have to compile the program, press alt plus F5 to compile it, press alt plus F9. so here the total compile lines is 1048, the warnings is 1 and error 1. so now what's that? so compound statement missing at here. so what's that, where is that missing? so find here. so now was that? So was that I have a little bit mistake, that was we have to close the bracket and we have to remove the return 0, because we don't need that, because we have to give the void also, so we don't give that. So in that here this time I have to compile this. Now in the C++ we have to compile it, press Alt plus F9. So here the total compilance is 1147, and we have to close it. Now here I have to execute this. Now Control plus F9. So was that how many hours we have worked? Now press 40. So now what is the regular hours? That is the 30. So now here the program is executed but output has not seen. So here in the we have to see the output in the output console. So press Alt plus F5 to see the output. Press Alt plus F5. So as it the total amount, the pay is 1200 rupees. So in that how many hours we have worked? That is 40. What is the regular hours? The regular hours was 30, but he is worked with the extra time, that is 40. Now he pays it 1200 rupees. So here this is the way to find the full overtime possibilities. So thanks for watching my video. Thank you.